Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are on location at St. Louis Park High School, bringing you girls varsity volleyball action featuring the Orioles of St. Louis Park and the Knights of St. Michael-Albertville out of the Lake Conference. What's interesting right off the bat when looking at this matchup is both teams come in undefeated. The Knights are 4-0. And the Orioles are 5-0. They have a very strong program. We were here for their opening round match against Burnsville, and they played very well. They did struggle late in one of the games, but came back and swept them 3-0. And now we're back at home, taking on, I think, a very formidable opponent out of the very, very tough Lake Conference. St. Albert-Michaelville, very strong athletic programs up north. And I think they have quite a few fans here following them. That's still very much a small town, and a lot of small town loyalty to follow their sports teams. And I expect there might even be more fans here from St. Michael-Albertville. We'll find out, but we're about to begin. And starting it off serving is number 15 for St. Louis Park, Michaela Winward. And the first point goes to St. Michael-Albertville, so 1-0. Unsuccessful on their initial serve. As I said, I do think the Orioles have their work cut out for them against a very tough St. Michael-Albertville team. Here they go. Starting off, that's number 5 for St. Michael-Albertville. Her name is Sam Palmer. She's a captain. Ball still alive for the Knights. Now a chance for St. Louis Park. The big, nice kill shot by number 12. And we'll be mentioning her name all night long. Kendall Coley, the junior, delivers the kill shot to tie it up at 1 early on, and the serve switches, and now back to serve is number 9 for St. Louis Park off the bench, a serve specialist, Elsie Berglund, sophomore. She gets that ball in. St. Michael-Albertville now, big kill shot from deep, number 10. That was Michaela Henderson for the Knights, and now the kill shot by 17, Hannah Howell. Ball still alive, and that's gonna sail long. So score 2-1. Lots of substitutions. We'll try to stick with them. Now to serve Megan Kruschke. She is a senior. St. Louis Park's Hannah Howell delivers the kill shot. Nice save there by number 1, Sophie Fritz for the Knights. Now the Orioles. Chance for Howell once again deep. Kill shot is bumped. Now another shot attempt there by the Knights. And Faith Johnson gets it over number 4, the junior, and it goes off out of bounds. So point to St. Michael-Albertville, and they have an initial lead here by 2, 3-1. Back to serve for her second consecutive serve, Megan Kruschke, as we look at the replay there. Gets her second serve in. Now back to Hannah Howell. She dinks it there. Nice save by the Knights. Kill shot blocked and out of bounds. Good attempt there. Faith Johnson, Kendall Coley there to meet the kill shot, but their block attempt, although they got it, were unable to control it in the court. So another point, 4-1 for the Knights. Serving once again, Kruschke, as she bumps that shot. Now the set. Kill shot, blocked at the net, off the ceiling. Howell, kill shot. What a bump in the back row by number 5, Sam Palmer. For the Knights, ball still alive, and they're gonna have to play cautiously there, the Orioles. Now back for the Knights, blocked at the net. Howell, chance here for the Orioles. Faith Johnson, off and out of bounds. Great sequence there by the Orioles. They definitely had to work for that one. 4-2, long rallies. This could be a marathon here, folks. Two very good teams here. A lot of long, hard-fought points here early on. 4-2. St. Louis Park now into serve. Number 8, Addie Ward in the white jersey. Now the set and the kill shot. My goodness. Michaela Henderson, the senior, 5'8" outside hitter, and she is their specialist over there on the left side. They've already gone to her many times tonight, and look at that form, folks. Big time kill shot makes it 5-2 for the Knights. Here's the spike attempt. That was Reagan Alexander, number 14. Now the spike attempt by Faith Johnson, blocked, and now it's going back to number 10, Henderson, and she does the fake kill shot successfully. 6-2 Knights. Back to serve once again now is Sin Henderson, sophomore, 5'8". Howell, trouble, now back to her. She does save the point so far. Now the set, this time on the near side to number 27. That was Kaylee Glooms, 5'11", and that ball, nice kill shot, goes off a Knight hand for St. Louis Park's third point. They're hanging tough, just down 3 here. Now Faith Johnson, who can get hot at the service line, the junior outside hitter. Her chance to score some points. There's the set, this time to number 7, Maya Kraskasek. 5'10" sophomore, delivers the kill shot. Was partially blocked by the Orioles. But now they're down by 4, and back to serve is their kill shot specialist, Michaela Henderson, the senior captain. Tough serve, they had a hard time handling it there. Now trouble, and my goodness, they got lucky on that one, I think, the Orioles, but they'll take it. 7-4 now the score. Don't think that was intended, but they did catch them off guard there. That ball just got over the net, down before anyone could get to it. And now that's a double hit there. That's trouble. Nice serve. Hannah Howell for the Orioles. Number 17, the junior outside hitter, delivers an excellent serve. The Knights defense had a very difficult time handling the spin on that serve and the power. Here it is again. And it is sort of a knuckler. This time they handle it much better. Here's the set and the kill shot blocked at the net. Number 14 was there, Reagan Alexander, along with Elsie Berglund. And now Howell will go for her third consecutive point on serve and a chance to tie it since the beginning. 6-7. Another good serve off the ceiling. And the kill shot blocked, saved, set. Another kill shot, saved. And the Orioles save it. Now it's time for the Knights. They'll have a chance here. No, bad set. Ward does a nice job saving that. Now Berglund didn't get everything she wanted on that one. And now Henderson came flying in from the back row and decided to dunk it. Now Berglund delivers it, and a big block at the net. Number 7 and number 27, that was Maya Krastasek and Kaylee Glooms there. Those two right there making the block. Yeah, look at how happy she is. Good feeling there. 6-8, 8-6 is the score. Knights ahead. Berglund goes for that far sideline. That's what she likes to do. And the kill shot into the net, attempted by number 5, Palmer. Yields the 7th point to the Orioles. Now another substitution into serve. Number 6, Olivia Lanesbury, junior, into serve specially here. Down 1, and that goes long, just long. So it might be a little jacked up coming off the bench, feeling the nerves a little bit. Sometimes you gotta account for that when you're coming in to serve, something like that. There's an outside line. Just knowing that you probably have that adrenaline, take a little something off of it on that first serve. She'll settle down next time around, though, I'll guarantee you that. Okay, now to serve, number 1, Sophie Fritz, 5'6" senior. Orioles now here with a kill shot, chance by Elsie Berglund, and she delivers. This time, the 2 blockers for the Knights were unable to corral that monster spike kill shot by Berglund. The sophomore having a nice evening at the net. Park still down 1, back to serve. It's Michaela Windward for the Orioles, gets it in. Now the kill shot in, that is in. Big shot, number 5, Sam Palmer, senior captain. Another big hitter for the Knights. Extends their lead back to 2, 10-8. First game here, best of 5 wins the match. 2 undefeated teams here. Glad you're with us. Promises to be a very, very competitive volleyball match against possibly 2 of the better teams in the state, if not the metro region. Now the score 11-8, back serving once again is Sam Palmer. Here's the set, and the kill shot goes long. I think that was Faith Johnson. Yes, it was. Just missed the range there by a little bit, and now they find themselves down 4. Biggest lead of the night in game 1 for the Knights. Serving once again, Palmer. And the nice shot there, number 15, Michaela Windward, the senior, all that wisdom and experience. She saw the opening in the middle of the zone defense by the Knights, and it found the hardwood. Orioles stop the bleeding. Now Elsie Berglund back to serve, number 9. And we wait for a substitution, or it looks like there might be some debris on the court there. Outside of our screen there on the defensive side. Might have been some sweat building up. Don't want anybody to slip and get hurt. Okay, 12-9 serving Berglund for the Orioles. Still down in this game, number 1 since the beginning. Ball goes deep, Berglund. Chance here for the Orioles. Kill shot goes deep, and that was number 17, Hannah Howell, delivering the goods from the left side, and that kill shot brings them back within 2, 12-10. Well-played volleyball on both sides here. High-level volleyball is being displayed at St. Louis Park High School. And look at that kill shot right off the ceiling and a save. What a reflex by Windward. Now, the Knights, they can't believe it. And that ball goes out. Oh, did they call that in? Look out. Let's see. Looks like it was in. Huh. I thought it was out, but let's see if the replay will help us with this. Boy, the Knights were confused there, but she came through, and boy, that looked out to me. I think that was out. Tough call against the Orioles. Meanwhile, it's now 13-11. The Orioles just won that last point. Sorry to distract you with that second look at that, but I thought that was an important replay to look at, especially I do think that was out. No replay yet in high school volleyball. All right, now the serve by Anna Ward. Knights kill shot, stopped at the net. They got to save it. Unable to do so. Point to SMA, St. Michael-Albertville for short. 14-11, so pretty consistent deficit here, ranging 2 to 4 points. St. Louis Park unable to get over that hump, but they are hanging tough. Service on the way by the Knights, number 11. That was Sin Henderson. S-Y-N, Sin. Oh, and that is a nice block. That had to be Reagan Alexander, number 14. Blocks their big outside hitter, Michaela Henderson. A clash of the Titans there, folks. 14-12. Now Faith Johnson goes long. That's second time in a row for her. She's gonna have to check that adrenaline just a little bit. They need her serve tonight. Service on away from, and the ball's still alive. Good chance here for the Orioles. Here's the set. Spike attempt saved by the Knights. Now another chance here. There's Ward. Back to Hannah Howell. She delivers again. She is hot tonight, folks. That's at least the third kill shot from this near left side in the front row. She came up from her service position and keeps the deficit at 2, 15-13. They played at 25, wins by 2. Here's the set and another chance, blocked at the net. Ward, the set. Reagan Alexander delivers from the outside. Boy, have they improved since their first match, too, I would say. That was back on August 23rd. Today is September 5th. A couple weeks ago, that was just their first match. Already I see improvement in a very good Oriole team here. Now they're trying to tie it for the first time in game 1, trying to get this one at home, and that kill shot delivered by the Knights' number 7, Maya Kortasek. And she stopped any notion of tying the match there, so just as the Orioles get very close, the Knights come up with something to stop it. All right, now back to serve, number 4, G.K. Lemons, a 5'9" junior, gets it in. Hannah Howell for the back row. Knights in trouble, now they recover. Spike attempt, block attempt unsuccessful. Oh, they called the point to St. Louis Park. The referee at the net saw some sort of violation. So now the 15-point, 15-16. Initially, that looked like a point for the Knights. They looked a little bewildered, not sure what the call was. I didn't see it myself. So back to serve, number 6 in, Olivia Lanesbury. She had a hard time that first time, but now she found her range after that first attempt. And the kill shot by number 9, Emma Van Heel. 6-foot junior, look out for her. Boy, evenly matched team here. Orioles looking to get a little momentum. They just get their nose ahead of the SMA Knights. I think that might spur them on to win, but they're unable to get right up there. And now another serve and unable to handle it are the Orioles. So now the lead extends back to 3 and they're running out of time. And we have a timeout called by St. Louis Park. Probably not a bad idea as we face the later stages of this game number 1. Coach Whitney Morero-Simon hails from Wisconsin. She's been coaching volleyball for over 21 years. Takes a timeout as we look at the St. Michael-Albertville squad, talk it over. Boy, if you're their coach, you're just saying keep it going. They maintain a steady lead throughout. Not much you can say. Both teams actually playing really, really, really well. And it's just a matter who's going to be played just a little bit that much better here in game 1 that's going to eke this one out. Orioles got to just find a little bit extra when they get to within 1 point. Find that mental toughness to get over the hump. I really think if they can get a 1-point lead and have the serve, they can really run this thing out at home, especially with the home crowd advantage. So that's the pep talk if I'm the Oriole coach. Let's see what happens. They come out of the first timeout. That was a long time before a first timeout. Both teams playing very well. No reason to call a timeout until then, I would say. All right, now into serve. Number 1 for SMA is Sophie Fritz. And that ball blocked at the net. In on the play, number 5, Sam Palmer. Along with number 9, Emma Van Heel. There they are. There's Van Heel. And now it's a 4-point lead, their largest of the night. They match it, and the serve. Orioles got to come up with something soon. And there they do. Number 12, Kendall Coley. To the Twin Towers. Kendall Coley, Reagan Alexander, both 5'11" juniors. Coming up in this program together. And they're just juniors. A lot of good times ahead for this Oriole volleyball team as they try to get up on the Knights here late in game 1. And that's kill shot caught. Windward a little out of position. Just it was really a well-played shot there, right in between whether it was going to be above her head or below, and whether you bump it. Caught her, kind of handcuffed her, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Now Woodward. And Elsie Berglund blocked at the net. Orioles keep it alive, and Berglund unable to recover and get it over the net. So now the Knights find themselves up by 5, their largest lead of game 1 with only 4 to go to close it out. And the serve, deep, hard serve. Nice job by Woodward to save it, but the spike attempt by Kendall Coley is blocked at the net nicely and very cleanly. And the Knights, I think, are starting to sense victories. They're looking to close it out with 3 to go. Serving back there to try to do that is Sam Palmer. And they lose the serve. Park gets a point, and now back to serve Elsie Berglund. And it's now or never here in game 1. I think if you're the Orioles, they've really got to get a run here. Down 5 with 3 to go. Berglund, nice serve, gets it deep and hard. Now there's Henderson. And her power, unable to control it. Addie Ward, sheer power won that point as Michaela Henderson, number 10, delivers. I think that should have been point 23, but now they get point 24. And it's game point in game 1. St. Michael-Albertville trying to close it out. Megan Kruschke, and now she serves. Saved there by Berglund, and a chance for Woodward. Blocked, saved, and no, not in time. And that is the 25th point, and game 1 goes to the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Come on back for game 2.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to a production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are at St. Louis Park High School, about to begin game number 2 of a best-of-5 in varsity girls softball featuring the Orioles of St. Louis Park, undefeated 4-0, 5-0, facing the undefeated St. Michael-Albertville Knights, and they come in undefeated at 4-0. They take game number 1. They got the lead early, maintained a 2 to 3 point lead in there for most of it until the end, and then they got them at the end 25 to 17. So we're about to get game number 2. The Knights in the yellowish gold uniforms on the right, and serving to start off is Sin Henderson, a sophomore, 5'8". Let's see if the Orioles can get back in business here in game number 2. Here at home, I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us, enjoying this great matchup between 2 undefeated teams in this non-conference matchup. Knights out of Lake Conference, and of course, our Orioles out of the Metro West. And that's served. Berglund. Henderson unable to handle it, but nice save by Krushke. Henderson does save it for the Knights. Now windward to Holy Hendel. And the shot off Berglund. And it's 2-0. SMA. Here's that replay, spike, little top. Looks like it was touched at the net there just briefly. And that serve doesn't work this time for number 11, Sin Henderson. So 2-1, and back to serve. Starting it off as she did in game 1 is Michaela Windward, the senior. Serve extraordinaire. Let's see if she can get hot here, as she did the last time we were here in game 1 against Burnsville. Ew, Henderson delivers. Boy, does she have power from the back row, folks. Number 10 for the Knights. Even with that large, bulky knee brace on her left knee. Definitely a weapon for the Knights tonight. And Berglund, this time, she tried to get over that fence, and it forced her shot to go long. So the defense of the Knights causing another point for them. And back to serve, number 5, Sam Palmer gets it in. So the Knights cruising and picking up right where they left off. And St. Louis Park's Berglund, she loses the range again. Same almost replay, having to get over that tall fence created by the front line of the Knights. And back to serve again, Sam Palmer. Nice save there by Berglund off the beam. Woodward delivers a nice kill shot, hits the net. Here comes Henderson. Nice save by Ward. Now Woodward will have to save it for the Knights, or for the Orioles, excuse me. Now Henderson, and her power again. Too much for Faith Johnson at the net. And timeout by the Orioles as they find themselves down 6-1. And they have been outscored. If you look at that replay for the 6-point for the Knights, really on a scoring drought are the Orioles. If you look at their upcoming schedule, of course, tonight is September 5th, St. Michael-Albertville, and then a big matchup against perennial power Hopkins, and then Robbinsdale Cooper, then at Chaska, of course, Bloomington Jefferson, and then at Edina. Most of those are conference Metro West matchups, which are all important in terms of the seeding when it comes down to the section playoffs later in October. But a lot of optimism surrounding the St. Louis Park Orioles team. They have a lot of talent with a lot of varsity experience at the junior and senior grade levels. So let's see if they can find something here and right the ship. They lost 17-25. They gave up the last 6-7 points in a row, and now they've given up 6. So I think they've been outscored somewhere like 13-1 in the last go-rounds here. And now they give up another point, and it's 7-1. So St. Michael-Albertville on cruise control here early in game 2. look at that replay. Faith Johnson runs into that wall. They are really having difficulty. You wonder if they shouldn't try on this near side now. And finally, they sail a serve long, but nice job there by Sam Palmer, the senior captain. Going on a run there, 4 or 5 points, extends their lead by 5, their largest in game 2. Matches their largest since the win in game 1. Okay, Berglund serves, big serve, nice job. Kill shot delivers. Emma Van Heel, number 9, the junior, 6-footer, as she takes a seat there, right over there on the bench, delivers that kill shot for a 6-point lead. And now Krushke back to serve, number 6, the 5'6" senior. Howell, and a miss hit by Berglund. Makes the score 9-2 here in game 2. So St. Louis Park in danger of really getting steamrolled here. Need to find something here and dig deep. There's Windward trying something different, and there is Henderson, and it got touched by an Oriole. So now 10-2 is your score. Boy, St. Michael-Albertville really started to take over late in game 1, and they picked it up here in game 2, getting 10 of the first 12 points. Let's see if Kendall Coley can do something about it. And they're still playing it, unable to get it. These low ceilings here in this older high school, probably built in the 60s. Really not optimum size probably for volleyball. A lot of balls go off the ceiling, but you gotta learn to play it, just like the old Metrodome sometimes. All right, Ward to serve for St. Louis Park. They're down 7. They're not out of it by any stretch, but they got to get going. Berglund to Windward to Faith Johnson. And Faith Johnson, for the first time tonight, finds her range on that kill shot. If you recall, in game 1, she did sail a couple long, but that one she found the range, and that might be the spark the Orioles needed. Now they're down 6, back to serve for the second time this go-around is number 8, Addie Ward. And they let it go. Good move there. Nice decision. Number 2, Kenzie Mills, the junior, made a good decision. Sensed that ball was going to go along, and she made a good decision. So an unforced error, and boy, the Orioles, if they want to mount a serious comeback, have to avoid unforced errors. And Reagan Alexander, number 14, shows up here in game 2 and delivers their 5th point, and now back to serve Faith Johnson, another server who's very capable of getting hot and streaky. Let's see if she can find the range here. Good serve. Trouble for the Knights, and the dink shot. Woodward saves it back. Tight, and they call them against the net. Net violation on the Knights, so good job by the Orioles. Hanging tough. Both sides were worried about that net. Neither could really set up a kill shot. And good perseverance displayed by the Orioles on that one. Faith Johnson for serve number 2 in a row. Back to 6, and there's that long kill shot, and the 3rd point in a row now for the Orioles. And they are coming back here as the Knights now change on the fly. Faith Johnson now going for her 3rd service point in a row. There's a nice one, low and difficult to handle. Kenzie Mills in the back row. And now this is the streaky Faith Johnson that I've seen before. She's in the groove here, folks. Let's keep that rhythm going. She's got him back within 3. Oh, and she lets that one get away off the side of her hand. But nice job there. Faith Johnson gets them back in the match in game 2 here. Now they're down 4. They got to answer back, though. Got to keep it going. It's a very powerful St. Michael-Albertville team led by that woman right there, number 10, Michaela Henderson to serve. And that sails long, so now some mental error starting to show up on the Knights side. Obviously, to the advantage of St. Louis Park is now they're just down 3. Back to serve, Hannah Hall, another excellent server for the Orioles. See if she can pick up where Faith Johnson left off. And she does deliver a good serve. And the kill shot goes long. It was close, but it was long from what I saw. Clean at the net, so now 12-10, and what a comeback here for the Orioles. They can get back to even. Howell delivers, and trouble. Number 5 can't handle it. Sam Palmer, normally a steady player. Now Park, having been down 9-2, 10-2 at one point, have roared back here and are now just within one, and a timeout now for St. Michael-Albertville. Wow, what a comeback by the Orioles. Faith Johnson really started to lead it. Actually, it was Kendall Coley with that kill shot. Then it went to Faith Johnson, and she railed off 5-6 points in a row, and now they're within one. In game 2, as we look at the Orioles bench, they're feeling it. Not a lot to talk about. Just keep it going. If I'm the coach, not a lot to say. When things are going right, don't try to fix it. And now here comes Hannah Howell out here to serve. Let's see if this timeout will break the momentum and the mental focus that she was displaying, as well as the entire Oriole team as they mounted that furious comeback. Let's see if they can finish it off. They have yet to have a lead in either games 1 or 2 all night long. St. Michael-Albertville slow out of the timeout. Now Howell. And she gets it in and scores. Nice job by Hannah Howell. More often than not, in my experience, in broadcasting these matches, those timeouts usually work wonders and can change and mess up a server, but good job, Woodward coming out of the gate, tying it up. First time they've been tied since 0-0s in either game. Another great tough serve, diving, and the kill shot just gets over, and I'd say the Knights got lucky there, but again, nice pressure put on by the Orioles. They're just down 1. Now in to serve off the bench for the Knights is G.K. Lamons, 5'9" junior. And that ball's going long. And we're tied again at 13, halfway through game 2. Substitutions. Addie Ward sits down for the Orioles, and in to serve number 6, Olivia Lanesbury, the junior. They've brought her in for spot duty at the service line all night long, and they bring her in again. Trying to get their first lead of the night in either games 1 or 2, and there's the kill shot, goes off the hand, kind of awkwardly, of that Knight frontline player. I think it was number 9. Emma Van Heel, and nice job by Lanesbury. First lead of the night in either game, something to be excited about if you're an Oriole fan, for sure. Now here comes the Knights, the big kill shot. Howell, windward, Berglund goes deep. Trouble for Henderson, now Krushka. Henderson saves it, blocked at the net, and a score. Nice job, number 12. Kendall Coley delivers at the net just when they needed her, and now their largest lead of the night is 2. And Olivia Lanesbury back to serve once again, giving the Knights all kinds of fits in that back row. Their head coach up off the bench, exhorting the back row on, coaching them as she serves. Lanesbury, knuckleball serve there, no spin at all. Howell saves it, and Berglund unable. There was some power on that kill shot by St. Michael-Albertville. Great volleyball action here. Unbelievable comeback for the Orioles here in game 2. They're up by 1. Substitutions now on both sides. Reagan Alexander, Addie Ward back in. No, actually Addie Ward, Alexander sits down. Kendall Coley's in the front line with Windward and Berglund, and the serve. Windward. Kendall Coley delivers again, and she's starting to feel it, folks. That's her 3rd kill shot in game 2. She's up 2, and they're really gonna need her, along with Reagan Alexander. The 2 Twin Towers. Starting to feel it here. You can feel the momentum in the arena. Now Windward. She's their best server. Coley, now it's got to go over. Woodward, though, delivers. Nice save by Krushka for the Knights. And now the kill shot. And it's blocked at the net by Coley and Johnson. Point to St. Louis Park. They're up 3 now here in game 2. And there's all kinds of good energy now coming from around the arena here at St. Louis Park High School. Windward goes for her 2nd service point in a row, and they extend their lead. And that serve does handcuff number 5 for SMA, Sam Palmer. St. Louis Park is starting to rock their gymnasium here. 18-14, still a ways to go here in game 2. They got to keep their focus. Windward now for the 3rd consecutive time. Delivers a serve that's in, and the dunk shot, and Ward dive. Nice job there by the Knights to thwart that momentum. Number 11 at the net. Sin Henderson, nice job there, stopping momentum, but 3-point lead for St. Louis Park. Serve, Woodward, and now Berglund. Hit at the net, they'll still get 2 more shots here. Now Henderson into the net. She misses the range, and that set was a little off. It led her a little too far. And now St. Louis Park with their largest lead of game 2 at 19-15. Back to serve, number 9. Elsa Berglund delivers and scores. That counts, folks. And it hits the net. 5-point lead, 5 points from the game 2 victory. Berglund trying to close it out here. Jump serve, delivers some power there. Nice serve. Now Henderson blocked at the net. Coley and Johnson, my goodness. They are putting on a display here in game 2 here, folks. If you're just joining us, keep watching if you love volleyball. Great action here. 2 highly well-trained, skilled teams here. Berglund gets that one just over the net. Here comes Henderson, not a great set, and it goes long because of that. And wide, actually. More wide than long. And again, the power of these serves are causing the sets to not be where they need to be for their kill shots to work. Now Berglund. Krushka gets that one. Now they're going to go back. And again, not a great set, and it works. Oh, did that go in? Looks like it did. Just caught the line. 22-16 Orioles, 3 points from victory in game 2. Trying to close it out here. Now back to serve. Number 6 is Krushka. Windward to Woodward. And that shot looked long, or out. That went to Park, I believe. That looked wide, and I was right. 23-26. They are 2 points from game 2. Largest lead at 7. And Ward back to serve. Gets it in, nice job. They just got to get it in here. Now Woodward and Henderson, nice job. She took a little something off that. That's not gonna work all night, but that time it did. She had not had very much success with her big, hard kill shots, and she may have been a little shy there. May have lost her confidence in that shot just a little bit. But nice creativity at the front there, keeping the Knights alive here in game 2. Now that was Reagan Alexander, gets in the back row. Now the big kill shot, and they have not been able to stop Faith Johnson, and this time Reagan Alexander. Last time it was Johnson and Coley, and now they're at game point, and back to service Faith Johnson, and who else should it be? She's the one that got him back in this match from that service line. Lots of activity. Now we got a quick timeout. A little bit of sweat on the floor there. All right, Faith Johnson to close out game 2. Gets it in. Trouble for the Knights. And a chance for Hannah Howell. And she delivers. That's your game 2, 25-17. Tied at 1, come back for game 3.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early. Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location from St. Louis Pike High School, and we are bringing you girls varsity volleyball. And if you're just joining us, we are in a best-of-5 matchup. St. Michael-Albertville won game 1, 25-17, and then in game 1 and game 2, St. Louis Park, they were down 10-2 at one point, and then came roaring back on the back of Faith Johnson at the service line, and then they just continued to steamroll them just when they looked like they were down and out 10-2 after losing game 1 the way they did, giving up consecutive points to end, and then a massive turnaround by all the players at the net. Reagan Alexander, Kendall Coley, Faith Johnson at the net, really finding a way to block their #1 scorer, which is Michaela Henderson, number 10. So now we're in the pivotal game 3 in this best-of-5, and to lead it off for the Orioles in their dark uniforms, on the right side of your screen, that again is Michaela Winward to start it off. And the kill shot saved by the Orioles. Ward there. Elsie Berglund. Nice save by Krushka, and the dink shot. Trying to save it and unable to do so, and for the 3rd consecutive game in a row, the Knights draw first blood and gain the first point. And now back to serve. Leading it off, number 5, Sam Palmer. Delivers that, spike, a nice block by Woodward, and a net, a net violation on the Knights gives the Orioles their first point in game 3. So underway here in game 3, we're tied at 1, both teams undefeated, non-conference matchup. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. Enjoying this great high school action. Berglund with the serve for the Orioles. Now there's Anderson, and she misses the mark. So she's been struggling since really at the end of game 1, really struggled in game 2 compared to how stellar she looked. Very dangerous player. I look for her to find her range at some point, but boy, they have found a way to distract her at the net. Great coaching displayed by the Orioles. Whitney Mariotto-Simon, as now the Park Orioles are up 3-1 as they continue their domination since midway through game 2. Elsie Berglund to serve at 3-1. That's Henderson, back to her. She called for it, and it goes off Woodward. And almost came back in. Boy, it is like Prochenko. Sometimes the way that ball, you know that game where the thing, you put it in and it bounces around. All right, now Krushka. At 3-2, Woodward has a chance off. And my goodness, the ceiling. You know, when you got 2 top-tier teams with so much power on both sides, what I'm noticing is the ball in this gymnasium is ricocheting more than ever, and it's hitting the ceiling more times than I have seen in any one match. And now coming over to talk to the near referee, out of your picture are captains for both teams. There it is, right there. And they are talking about the ceiling, it looks to me, just at their body language. I don't know what there is to say. Both players then going over to inform their coaches. Not sure what that discussion was about exactly, other than the general topic, I think, about the ceiling. But back to serve with a 4-2 lead is Addie Ward for the Orioles. That serve is in. Henderson had a little difficulty, and then she does deliver the kill shot in this time. So now Henderson finding her range, which is not good if you're an Oriole fan. That's Michaela Henderson. There's another Henderson, Sin Henderson, who's a sophomore. Not sure if they're related, but in fact, this is Sin Henderson. And they may be, I can't tell. Okay, now the shot, and down for the Knights, and they tie it up here in game 3. Back to serve is Sin Henderson, 5'8" sophomore, going for 2 in a row, and their first lead, no, not their second lead, I guess, in game 3. That's Woodward. And the kill shot. That was Reagan Alexander, and now back in replay. Windward to Reagan Alexander, has to dink it. It was off center, but she does it well and gets the 5th point for the Orioles in game 3. 5-4 lead, and now back to serve number 4, Faith Johnson. See if she can pick up over the last time she served. One of the stars in game 2, at least from the service line, and also as part of a great team of wall with both Kendall Coley and teaming up with Reagan Alexander at the front of the net, blocking some big kill shots by the Knights. And she gets that serve in. And that kill shot by Henderson, and that's her 2nd consecutive kill shot. And she has found her range and ties it at 5, and now she's back to serve. See if she'll carry that momentum forward at the service line. I'm sure she will. Number 10, Michaela Henderson. Great serve. Barely handling it. Faith Johnson, a chance for the Knights off the top. Addie Ward, they got to get it over on this one, and they do. Nice job by Windward. Now Henderson off balance. I don't know if she saw that opening. I think she might have. She took a little something off that kill shot, because I think she may have seen that opening, that soft spot in the middle of the defense. And now it's 6-5, and she's back to serve again. So now her game starting to peak again. Ward, Windward, Hannah Howell blocked at the net, and that's a net violation on the Orioles. 7-5 Knights. They now have their biggest lead of game 3. And Henderson finds the range again as Berglund has a difficult time handling that in the 2nd row. And now the Knights have opened up a 3-point lead, and Michaela Henderson has arrived here in game 3. Couple kill shots, now going for her 4th consecutive point on serve. Starting to dominate here. Berglund, Windward finds the opening. Nice job. Oh, they saved it? I thought that was down. My mistake. Or maybe it wasn't. Well, look at the replay, maybe. Okay, there is Henderson. And now we got a point to the Orioles as we have a net violation on the Knights. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, that hit the ground. I stand by that. Nice camera work by ParkTV 16. And that serve, unforced error by the Orioles. And boy, neither team makes very many mistakes, but they're very costly at a high-level match like these two. Undefeated coming in here. Tied at 1 in game 3 here. Now 6-9 for the Knights. That ball just sails long. And now it's a 4-point lead. And into serve, number 4 is C.K. Lemons, L-E-M-O-N-D-S, as she takes it on the jump. And it just went off the shoulder. Faith Johnson, she had a little time measuring that. Couldn't get her footwork down very well. Caught a little bit off balance. They got to be ready for these serves. They're going to come fast. Got to stay focused. And there's a focused kill shot, number 14. Reagan Alexander delivers the kill shot. Now Kendall Coley checks in. Addie Ward checks out. Substitutions also for the Knights. In is Kenzie Mills. And back to serve is Olivia Lanesbury, who also had a significant contribution from the service line to win game 2. Looking to do the same here in game 3. They're down 4. Kill shot off the block attempt. Point to SMA. 12-7. Delay as we substitute both sides. Reagan Alexander, Olivia Lanesbury sit down. Hannah Howell back in for the Orioles. Back to serve, number 1, Sophie Fritz for the Knights. Gets it in. And Kendall Coley tries to dink it free, unable. Now she'll have a chance as she does another dink shot. That set shot looked a little off. Didn't allow Kendall Coley to do much with it. So now it is a 6-point lead. Orioles in danger, letting this one get away midway through as Berglund delivers from the near side front line. Kill shot, unable to block it at the net where the Knights, so now that stops the momentum. Nice job by Elsie Berglund. From the near side front row, now back to serve is Michaela Windward. Great action here. And that serve gets down, and their #1 service, Michaela Windward, exhorts her teammates on. Let's go, she says. Now they're within 4. They need a rally here, and this is the time. This is this midway point here where games can go either way. Oh, a nice job now. Chance for the Orioles. And Elsie Berglund delivers. Boy, #9, Elsie Berglund. I don't know how tall she is. She's not one of the tallest ones out there, but boy, can she deliver the kill shot. Putting that top spin heat on it, I call it. Just gets that ball, and then it just dives like a sinker curveball in a baseball game. Or in a soccer when they put some curve on it, spin on it, bend it. All right, now, Windward for her 3rd consecutive point on serve, down 3, and again she delivers. Michaela Windward catching fire here midway through game 3, now has her Orioles within 2. Going for her 4th now consecutive point on serve. Trying to keep it going, the senior, #15. Gets it deep and in, and a chance for the Knights. Kill shot, nicely done. #9, Emma Van Heel. There she is, kind of spins, turns, and jumps at the same time. Found the hardwood in front of Woodward, and now they deliver on the consecutive serve there, or I should say the following serve. 15-11 now for the Knights. They're now 10 from the game 3 win. Service, Woodward. Berglund, nice job getting it over, but a real chance here for Henderson as she dinks it easily. Nice fake job at the net. Orioles were really set up there, so now they find themselves down 4 and a timeout. I was just gonna say, this is the witching hour of this match here. Park having just scored 11 points as we look at St. Michael-Albertville's schedule. And of course, they have St. Louis Park on the road. Then they go to Waconia, always a tough high school sports-wise. Moorhead they host, always another good sports high school. Wayzata, boy, they got a tough schedule. At Hopkins, at Eden Prairie. That Lake Conference, folks, is loaded. Always great athletic programs. So St. Michael-Albertville, one of the better teams in the state, I'm sure, giving the Orioles all they can handle. So just 15 seconds left in the timeout, taken by Simon. Coach Marietta Simon, sensing that her team needed a little bit of a break, and I couldn't disagree with her. Knights on a mini run here, and it's getting close to getting insurmountable lead here as we come out of the break. Serving there, Sam Palmer. Let's see if the Orioles can get it back. Berglund, nice job, but they handle it. And Henderson, Woodward off the ceiling. Warg's got to get it over, and she does, but there's going to be a nice chance. And the dig works by #9, Van Heel. St. Michael-Albertville starting to assert themselves here now. Just 7 from game 3. And that is running in the net. I think that was Faith Johnson. Makes it 18-11. And another serve now for Sam Palmer, and she gets it to Berglund. Windward back to Berglund, and her spike attempt altered by that front line. #9 at the front there was Van Heel. #11, Sin Henderson, forced Berglund's kill shot to go long. Now a chance by, that was Faith, no, that was Kendall Coley, gets blocked at the net, and Berglund off balance saves it. Chance for the Knights again, and the service was a touch at the net. It was not. Point to the Orioles. They hang tough. Boy, it's been a while since they've scored a point. Now down 7. Berglund. It's now or never for the Orioles. If they're going to make a run, they really got to do it now. It feels that way anyway. Here comes Berglund. Nice serve, and she railed off a lot of points in game 2. Henderson. Nice save by Windward. Warg unable to save it. 20th point for the Knights. They close in now on game number 3. Just 5 from the win. Into serve, Megan Krushka. And my goodness, that was a heck of a kill shot by Michaela Henderson, folks. Watch this, it was perfectly set up. Look at that, just a split second it took. 21-12, and that ball is out. Boy, I thought that might have been in. I can't say I got the perfect angle at it, but they called that out. Now it's 22-12, Orioles down 10. Krushka gets it in, it's still alive. Off the ceiling ever so slightly, did alter it. Howell couldn't handle it, and now the Knights are 2 away from the win in game 3. Krushka goes long, probably feeling the excitement of the win, the impending win, although it's not over yet, but the Orioles are really gonna have a furious comeback right now. But no better person to start it than Addie Warg, the senior. Also very capable of getting streaky at the service line. Jump serve, Henderson, the give and go, but number 1 in the net was Sophie Fritz on the set, unable to realize where she's at. Allows Park to hang in this match. They're at their 14th point, so good start by Addie Ward. In their comeback attempt here in game 3. Gets that one in. Kill shot is out. That was confusing to me. Yeah, it looked in. It was in. But she called it out, and then I think the chair umpire, if that's what they call her, overruled it, which was the right call. And now we're at game point for the Knights. Substitutions, back to serve is Sin Henderson. And she gets it into Woodward. To Windward, back to Woodward. And St. Louis Park hanging tough here, but by a thread. And now Faith Johnson, she's gonna need to rail off 9 consecutive points to tie this up, or it's all over in game 3 and a 2-1 deficit for the Orioles. Let's see what she can do. Faith Johnson looking for a miracle. And there's that dink shot and over. Blocked at the net. Another point for the Orioles. Much to the chagrin of the fans cheering on St. Michael-Albertville. Wincing there. Nice job at the net. Kendall Coley, or Reagan Alexander, I should say. And that'll do it. Game 3 goes to the Knights. They win 25-16, come back for game number 4.
We are there, day 1, with baby names and a gift that lasts a lifetime. We are there as you grow, protecting you and those you love. And we are there as you start your next chapter. We are with you through life's journey. We are Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. Get to know us at socialsecurity.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location from St. Louis Park High School. We are bringing you non-conference volleyball action featuring St. Michael-Albertville visiting the St. Louis Park Orioles. If you're just joining us, you're in for a treat of high-level volleyball action featuring two of the best teams in the metro area, if not the entire state. The Orioles lost game 1, then won game 2 on a furious comeback. And then they let game 3 get away, so they're down 2-1 in this best-of-5 match. St. Louis Park must win, or they go home with a loss, their first of the season. They come in 5-0. And St. Michael-Albertville comes in 4-0. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. We're about to begin game number 4. Knights serving first. And Elsa Berglund delivers a big kill shot, but unfortunately, the Orioles were not ready for that ricochet rebound, which what it was. The Knights got lucky on that play, frankly. Elsa Berglund delivered a very powerful kill shot, and it was all that number 10, Michaela Henderson, could do just to get her hand on it, and it ricocheted back so fast, the Orioles couldn't react. That tells you how much power is being displayed by both teams and why this is such an entertaining match. Okay, back to serve at 1-0 is Sophie Fritz for the Knights. They got to get to 25 here in game 4. If we go to a game 5, then it's the first one to 15. Fritz. Spike attempt not done very well, and Windward behind the head. How do I describe that? I want to say behind the back. I guess it is. Watch this. Behind the back. No look, drop shot. Look at that, beautiful. Amazing play by Windward to even it up, and now she'll serve, as she always does, to lead it off for the Orioles. Chance for the Knights, and now a chance for the Orioles. Woodward, not Windward. We got Woodward and Windward. Or Hannah Howell, I should say. I'm sorry, that's Hannah Howell. I've been calling her Woodward. My apologies. All right, back to serve is Windward. Hannah Howell playing right in front of her. I'll get her name right the rest of the evening. Again, my sincere apologies. Okay, Henderson, wow. Monster kill shot, but there is Kendall Coley. Gives it right back to her. What a sequence that was. And it's 3-1 Park. Unfazed, being down 2-1. And Windward to serve again. Fritz. Blocked at the net, partially by Coley. Now back to Coley, and she dunks it there. And now the return goes long on the Knights. And they award the point to SMA because of a violation at the net on the Orioles. So unforced error there, but nice start for the Orioles as they lead 3-2 here. Served there by Sam Palmer. Berglund delivers just inside the back line. Good call by the judge there. 4-2. Berglund, my goodness. Lots of power packed in that frame, folks. Don't let her size kid ya. Knuckleball serve. Wow, the power off the ceiling again. Johnson. Saved in the back, trouble for the Knights. Saved, kill shot from the back row, folks. Unbelievable. Now Windward in the net. Point to SMA. Substitution, 4-3 Park, game 4. It's win or go home for the Orioles as they find themselves down 2-1. At home and an undefeated season on the line. Point now again for St. Michael-Albertville, tied at 4. Back to serve, Megan Kruschke, senior, 5'6", into the net, unforced error. Makes it 5-4 for the Orioles. Now into serve is Addie Ward. job there by Henderson. Saw the open space. Lots of substitutions almost on every point by both teams. Very strategic, of course. Now to serve Sin Henderson. Hannah Howell. Spike blocked by Coley. No, that was Reagan Alexander and Hannah Howell. Number 17, Howell. Number 14, Reagan Alexander. Give the Orioles their 6-point and a 1-point lead at 6-5. Substitutions. Now coming in, Liv Carroll. Back to serve, Faith Johnson. Looking to extend their lead here in game 4. Must win for the Orioles. Krushke with the bump. And the serve. Spike attempt is down for Michaela Henderson. She asserted herself in game 1 and game 3, which led to their victories, and she's asserting herself here again in game 4. She had a little bit of an off game, game 2. Berglund to Windward to Howell. And her dig shot doesn't work, but nice save by the Knights. Chance for Windward. And it's still alive. Across. Still alive. Oh, they thought they're going to run into each other as Windward stumbled there unexpectedly. Caused Reagan Alexander to hesitate on playing that shot. So bad luck there for the Orioles. As now Michaela Henderson on consecutive serves. Now with the 7-6 lead in game 4. Serve on away, good serve. Nice save by Warren. Berglund now to Windward. It's gonna go to Howell, and she delivers. Wow, what a quick trigger. Perfect set by Windward. Just allowed Howell just to barely got her hand on it, but it's all she needed. That was perfectly placed set. Makes it 7-all. Howell now delivers the serve in. Not a lot of mental errors here in game 4 by either squad. They're just playing lights out volleyball on both sides. Look at that spike attempt, Howell. Windward goes to the corner and finds it right on the line. Brilliant play by Michaela Windward, makes it 8-7. Look at that direction and precision right on the line, out in front of the outstretched arms of Krushke. 8-7, Howell back to serve. Goes deep and allows Krushke to get it, and now a chance for the Orioles on that serve. Berglund gets the chance off Krushke. And a save, it's in. Howell now another chance. This time, Reagan Alexander gets it down off the hands of number 5, Sam Palmer for the Knights, makes it 9-7. Park, timeout. St. Michael-Albertville, as their coach wants to talk it over, Tommy Cormellas, as we look at the Metro West regular season standings in the Metro West, of course. Benilde St. Margaret's, we were broadcasting their match the other night, also a very strong team. Bloomington Jefferson off to a great start, 5-2. Bloomington Ketty 0-3. Chanhassen, Chaska losing records so far. St. Louis Park, there they are, stellar at 5-0. They want to keep that goose egg in the loss column after tonight. It'd be a huge win if they can pull it off against the Lake Conference St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Right now they're hanging tough. They gotta win this game 4. They want to have a chance to win the decisive game 5 as they find themselves down 2-1. That matchup with Benilde St. Margaret's, St. Louis Park, that would be a treat. If you're ever looking to come out and see a match, that would be the one I would come to. Hopefully we'll be there as well, bringing you the action on ParkTV 16 Sports, but if not, that is the matchup. I'll bring it to you. It's going to be Tuesday, October 15th at Benilde St. Margaret's. All right, back out of the timeout. Hannah Howell serving at 9-7 in game 4. As they're down 2-1, and a violation in the net or neutral zone by the Knights. That was a double hit, according to producer Paul Broden. Thanks, Paul. All right, now Hannah Hall. And that is Faith Johnson to windward. Berglund delivers. So much like game 2, things are going the way of the Orioles here in game 4. Trying to even up the best of 5 at Chew to force a game 5 substitution by the Knights. Now Hannah Howell on a roll here. Nice knuckleball serve, takes a dive. Big kill shot in, no one near there. Perfectly placed by the Knights. Makes it 11-8. All right, now back to serve, number 4 for the Knights. G.K. Lamond. Reagan Alexander gets it across. That goes on Hannah Howell to windward. Back to Howell, coming through the middle, and they call that in. Ooh. I thought that may have sailed a little long. I noticed the back judge didn't make an indication unless I missed it. Let's see what the replay. Look at Hannah Howell coming in deep. And yeah, I think that was in, just caught the line. Oh yeah, that's definitely in. Nice camera work. Now the serve by Olivia Lanesburg is in. Windward. Berglund! God, she's powerful at the net. And it results in another point. That's pure, sheer power. Creating those points. This time by Elsa Berglund. Again. Great set again by Windward. That's really everything goes through her, folks. She is really the glue at the service line, their leading server, and also most of these points on these kill shots go through her. She never leaves the court. All right now, number 6 again. Lanesbury. Michaela Windward to Howell, looking for the soft spot, and she may have found it, and she did. Wow, displaying the touch as now St. Louis Park opens up a 6-point lead here in game 4. Olivia Lanesbury coming into spot serve, delivering the goods here in game 4. Another great serve, Berglund gets the line, my goodness. No complaints from the bench there as the coach up off the bench didn't seem to protest. It was hard to see from my angle, but we'll call it good. And Olivia Lanesbury on a roll, 7-point lead, 10 points from game 4 victory, finds the spot and catches the Knights off guard. Number 2, Mills, and 6, Krushka were discussing things over when the serve came forward, and now Lanesbury, 8-point lead on a roll decisively here. Gets that one in. And that goes long. Knights finding themselves off their groove here. Down 9 in game 4. Olivia Lanesbury on a roll. I haven't kept track of how many, but it's got to be 6 or 7 at this point. Krushka gets another one. Now the spike blocked. Berglund to windward, and she looks for the soft spot. Krushka was there, though, for the Knights, and the spike blocked at 10. Kendall Coley makes them pay at the front on that blocked attempt, and now it's a double-digit lead, 18-8, and that forces a timeout by the Knights, and a necessary one. Timeout here is now the St. Louis Park Orioles roaring back here in game 4, trying to close out and force a game 5 against the undefeated St. Michael-Albertville Knights. If you want to check out anything having to do with St. Louis Park Cable Television, they have several channels that bring you everything from city council meetings to concerts in the park to graduations. And of course, lots of sports action. 2 great high schools in the community, St. Louis Park, Benilde St. Margaret's. We're everywhere, taking in all the sports in all the seasons, and we're glad you're with us, enjoying one of the greatest volleyball matches I've seen in my short tenure doing these games. Certainly a treat if you're just joining us. Okay, Olivia Lanesbury out of the timeout. Clearly a chance to try to throw her off the momentum. Let's see if it worked. The junior, number 6, about to begin here. A little bit of delay. Coach over there on the far sideline, out of our picture there. All right, now we're ready to go. Lanesbury gets it in again. Big killer shot. Howell unable to handle it. Boy, folks, that was power. Sam Palmer. Jeez. These kids are not kidding around out there when it comes to delivering these powerful kill shots. And when you're here in person, it's really amazing. Okay, now substitutions. This game not out of reach. St. Louis Park, I was just gonna say, gotta keep their focus. They haven't won this game yet, not against a powerful Lake Conference night team. Now Fritz back to serve, down 8. Reagan Alexander blocked. Out of that timeout, I have to say, they look a little, ever so lethargic, the Orioles do. They gotta find it real quick here. The Knights could be tying this thing up quick. They gotta get an answer. Out of this timeout, they look a little asleep, and that's what's happening. That's 3 in a row. They just don't seem to have that same edge. Gotta get something to wake them up. Mentally, they might be a little fatigued. It's been a long, grueling match so far, and they got a lot more work to do. Berglund trying to wake them up. There's the tip. They just need to stop the momentum. This might be it for St. Michael-Albertville if they can stop them. And that's another point, and they are now making their run back to get back into game 4. It was 18-8. Now they've reeled off 5 in a row coming out of the timeout. Did I miss something here? Whose serve is it? Yeah, well, we got some court issues there. Obviously, safety is paramount. All right, now Fritz on a roll. Number 1, senior, 5'6". Trying to get him back into this thing as it sails long. Just by a little bit. That might be the break the Orioles needed, and now nothing better than their number 1 server, Michaela Windward. Now a good time to get a roll of 6 in a row and put this game 4 to bed for the Orioles. And a chance. It's gonna be Berglund. God, the power. Off the front of the net. Berglund gets that point for Windward and the Orioles, and it's 20-13. Kayla Windward and the Orioles, 5 points to even this match up at 2 apiece. Henderson to Fritz. And it's still alive. Oh my goodness. Tough point to lose if you're the Orioles, but they find themselves with a 6-point lead with 5 to play. Odds are in their favor, but they've got to keep their edge and keep their focus, keep that momentum. They kind of went to sleep after that timeout, but then found themselves as Berglund then finds herself there, delivering the 21st point. And that gives someone maybe a breath of fresh air, can't relax, but now they're just 4 from victory. Berglund, though, nice serve, and look at the knuckleball, and Henderson, lack of concentration, as the Orioles are now cruising in on game 4. Good job for them to come back there. It looked like they might lose it, and then they got it back, and Berglund does sail it long. However, they are just 3 points from victory. They'd have to have a major collapse here to give up game 4. So they really got to stay focused. Michaela Windward communicating, not ready for it. They were not ready for that, folks. They were not ready at all. They were talking and did not see that coming. Got to know where they are in the match here, folks. Let's see here. They're still just 3 away. Odds still very much in their favor, but they've got to play. Johnson, nice job there. They get it over Ward. And Kendall Coley, number 12, delivers again. Boy, that height, that talent, that may have been the dagger. Now just 2 points. The Knights would have to outscore them 9-2, 9-1 actually, to get back into this. Actually 8-1. So now back to serve to try to close it out is Addie Ward. Serve on a way, gets in, Krushka. Boy, they've been accurate on serves here in game 4. Very few unforced errors. And that ball, ooh, I thought it hit the line. Oh, the crowd's calling for it. That was in. That back linesperson, she's had some difficulty back there. Totally in. Completely in on the line. Look at that. Nice camera work there by our crack staff at ParkTV 16 Sports. Now Faith Johnson delivers the dink shot. Now Henderson blocked, and that's a net violation on the Knights, and it's game point in game 4. We're about to go to a 5th game tiebreaker here, folks, between 2 undefeated volleyball powerhouses, and Faith Johnson can deliver right here. Ball deep, Krushka struggles, the dink shot, Johnson. Hannah Howell, I should say. And that could be it. It is. 25-17 is your final score for game 4. We're tied at 2. Come back to the decisive game 5. Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are at St. Louis Park High School, and if you're just joining us, you are joining us at the exact perfect time as we are tied at 2 games apiece in this best-of-5 non-conference varsity volleyball match between St. Louis Park, St. Michael-Albertville. I'm Robert Christensen. We're about to begin the decisive game 5 between 2 undefeated teams, St. Michael-Albertville out of the Lake Conference, the emerging powerhouse of St. Louis Park varsity girls volleyball out of the Metro West. A clash of titans, if you will, and we're about to start game 5, and I think the Knights are gonna start it off serving. And we have a very, very, very excited home crowd here and a strong contingent from St. Michael-Albertville. More enthusiasm I've ever seen than this match as Fritz begins it for the Knights. First 1 to 15 wins. Berglund delivers a spike, and it's saved by the Knights. That's the kind of action you can expect all through game 5, folks, and that ball just gets out. Nice job by Coley getting her hand on it, but was in an awkward position, and so the Knights score first in game 5. Remember, they usually played at 25, but in the decisive game 5, it is first 1 to 15, and it is quite warm in the gymnasium, lots of humidity, lots of players diving, and so there's taking plenty of time to wipe up the floor after a dive. Okay, Fritz at 1-0, delivers a lazy serve, chance for Elsa Berglund, and boy, does she find the angle just in front of a diving Michaela Henderson. The stellar kill star for the Knights, and it's tied at 1, and back to serve Michaela Windward. Here's that replay. Elsa Berglund has really stepped up big all night long, delivering kill shot after kill shot, and there's a kill shot that goes wide right, this time taken by number 9, Emma Van Heel. And Michaela Windward off to a good start at the service line and a 2-1 lead. Here is the spike attempt from the back row. Hannah Howell, boy, nice job controlling that power. And Kendall Coley, number 12, finds that open space in the back row, and Krushka just gets a hand on it. Makes it 3-1. And Michaela Windward going for her 3rd consecutive point on serve. And that one sails just long. So the lead now just 1. Now back to serve, number 5, Sam Palmer. She's their senior captain. Gets that ball in, neither team suffering from mental errors. Faith Johnson delivers a nice kill shot and a block on Henderson. Faith Johnson looks at the ref. I didn't touch anything, along with Kendall Coley. And those two are a great wall at that net. And now it's 4-2, back to serve Elsa Berglund, who's had a great night at the service line. And boy, the adrenaline. Gotta control your adrenaline. Hard to do, easy to say, but that was pure adrenaline getting the best of her. Got to check that a little bit. Very hard here in game 5, and there's another adrenaline shot, I would say. So both teams suffering. I mean, they sense the enormity of this game early on in this 2019 season, as both teams are undefeated. Really want this win here. 5-3. Ward serves for the Orioles, gets that in. Big spike attempt by Sin Henderson. Here's a chance for Faith Johnson, and she does score it. As she takes the right angle, and Michaela Henderson trying to block it at the net, unable to do so, makes it 6-3. And the Orioles now needing just 15 points to close out this best of 5. Are 9 points from victory. Addie Ward gets a nice serve. It's that ball really took a dive over the net. She had a great spin on it, and that ball bent right over the net. Great serve there by Addie Ward, coming up big in game 5. Substitutions now on the Knights side. Ward waiting for her chance to serve at 7-3. 8 points from victory. Jump serve, gets deep, and that ball was in. Mental error by Mills deep in the corner. Being very tentative. Boy, when you're in doubt in a big game, you've got to play it. Here's that replay. Watch her. And she just let it go right in front of her. That was way in. Big air there, nice momentum builder for the Orioles as Ward goes deep again, and this time hooks it left. But boy, she did a great job building a 4-point lead with 7 to go here in game 5. Far from it over though. This Knight team is very powerful and have dominated at times. And now Sin Henderson to serve. Nice save there, and Hannah Howell delivers, and she scores. Boy, the Knights almost saved that. You can't be sure until that ball actually hits the floor. The athleticism displayed by both teams is high caliber, folks. Okay, 9-4, 6 points from the lead. Faith Johnson in to serve. Junior outside hitter gets it in. Here's a chance for Henderson. The dink shot saved by Ward. Michaela tried to dink it in there. Now a dink shot. Johnson, Michaela going for Hannah Howell. Delivers the spike. Finds the open court. Such joy displayed there by Hannah Howell. She saw that wide opening and found it. Watch and look at the set. Bang! And she just hooked it right in between those two. 5 points from the lead. Home crowd on their feet. Faith Johnson. 6-point lead, 5 to go here in game 5. At home. Spike, big spike there by number 30. Liv Carroll, have not called her name. She's a 6'1" junior outside hitter. Delivers the 5th point, and now back to serve. Michaela Henderson, senior captain, star of this Knights team. Save there, now off balance. Reagan Alexander, and now off balance. And Berglund, nice diving attempt to try to save it. Boy, they are leaving it all on the court here, folks. 10-6, Michaela Henderson, substitutions in place. Serve, Berglund, chance here. Hannah Howell gets the chance and she delivers. She is hot right now, folks, here in game 5. That's 2 kill shots in a row, and now she's gonna get a chance to serve with 4 points to go from the match. Howell, knuckleball serve, handled, now Palmer gets the point, unable to block it at the net. Windward and Alexander give up the 7th point. There's still 4 points from the game and match, and with a 4-point lead, Krushka just gets that over the net. Chance for Reagan Alexander, and she delivers big time, and what another beautiful set by Michaela Windward. 3 points from the match. If you're just joining us, St. Michael-Albertville won game 1 and had a huge lead in game 2 at 10-2, and St. Louis Park came back to get game 2. They gave up game 3, came roaring back in game 4, and now are 3 points from the match in game 5. Serve could have gone out, but played by Henderson. Big spike attempt this time again by Liv Carroll. The 6'1", now her 2nd kill shot of the match, and she leaves the court. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they don't want her in the back row, that's why. But boy, she delivers late, keeping the Knights in the match. I don't know where she's been all night, but she is very, very good at the net. Now the serve, Howell. Windward. And point, neutral zone violation. So it's dicey here still, 12-9. 3-point lead, 3 to go. They can just get 50% of the points. They got this match. Oh, bad set. Let's see if the Orioles can capitalize. Nice job by Coley, giving it up. Now she delivers. Henderson, the dig shot, well done by the Knights. And now they're within 2, as they are now bringing a comeback. Krushka, no, back to service Fritz. And a timeout. I don't know which school took it. I think St. Louis Park did. If they did, it was probably a wise one, just to settle them down here. Another part of the excitement is both teams are undefeated. St. Michael-Albertville comes in with a 4-0 record, having beaten North St. Paul 3-0, Osseo 3-0, New Prague 3-2, and then Maple Grove 3-0. So they'd only given up 2 games in their first 4 matches, and now they've given up 2 games, and they are on the verge of losing their 3rd and their first match of the year. Likewise, St. Louis Park comes in with a 5-0 record. Both teams wanting to keep their undefeated record intact. The highest caliber volleyball game I've ever witnessed in person at this level, for sure. As we come out of the timeout, everything on the line here in this match. We are gonna have a winner here in anywhere from 3 to 5 points. Everything counts now, folks. Morg to Kendall Coley. She delivers out of the timeout, and what a well-taken timeout that was. 2 points from the victory. And back to serve, no one better than Michaela Windward, their #1 server, to close it out. Delivers that knuckleball, handled well. Back to Palmer, blocked at the net, saved. Kendall Coley dinks it over. Now a chance for the Knights. Palmer, chance for the Orioles now. Ward, they got to get it over. Howell, nice deep shot there. Chance though. Palmer delivers, blocked, still alive. Palmer delivers, it's going out. Ward saved it. Maybe it was going in, I couldn't tell. Windward saves it. Now Knights. What a rally here with the game almost on the line in the whole match. Berglund has a chance, blocked, saved by Windward. Ward, tough play. Berglund just saved it without going in the net. Amazing. Palmer delivers, and the block gets through Coley. Wow. 13-11. Back to serve Palmer. My goodness. Ward, Michaela to Faith Johnson, delivers off the ceiling. Chance here though for the Knights. The dink shot, saved by Michaela and Howell from the back row. Henderson. Spike attempt, finds Peterson. Henderson this time, number 11. Found herself wide open on the right side with the whole left side of the Orioles defense wide open. And now it's 13-12, and it should come down to this close. It's been this close all night long. And Windward tried to get an easy one, unable to deliver. Coley, excellent job at the net there. Now Windward, saved by Michaela. Ward, Faith Johnson, got her to reach for it. And she saves it for a winner. My goodness. That might be the shot of the night. As she ties it up, Fritz pulls one out of nowhere, number 1. And it's tied. And it goes long. My goodness, Palmer, an unforced error at the worst possible time for St. Michael-Albertville. And now it is match point. Game 5, 14-13. Elsa Berglund at the service line for the match. Gets it deep. Back to Henderson. Saved by Ward. What a play. Now back to Howell. And they win it. Howell delivers the game-winning match point in St. Louis Park in an exciting 3-2 match. Stay undefeated at 6-0. St. Michael-Albertville falls to 4-1. And that is our match. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again.